Roll your shoulders back and down. Rest your arms by your side or on your lap, wherever feels most comfortable for you. And from here, you might want to close your eyes softly or soften your gaze. Notice your alignment, hips, knees, ankles, shoulders over hips. Chin level with the floor and tucked in. So tension moving inward. Allow your facial muscles to soften and release. And then an invitation to bring your awareness to your breath. So placing one hand on your Buddha belly, maybe noticing that as we inhale, things expand. On exhale, things contract. Notice, is your breath long? Is your breath smooth? Or is it jagged? And breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Or maybe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Or if it feels better for you, breathing in and out through your mouth. And so if you're congested, breathe in whatever way you can. And so from here, let's transition into a simple breathing exercise that research shows can help with pain management and anxiety. And so an invitation to begin to deepen your inhale and lengthen your exhale. When we extend our exhale, it engages the relaxation response, allowing us to let go of stress and tension. And now see if you can begin to smooth out your breath so that your inhales and your exhales flow easily into each other. At any point, if you notice your mind gets distracted and wants to wander off, know that that's okay. That's the nature of our mind. Simply bring your awareness back to your breath. And lastly, see if you can add a quality of softness to your breath. So you might imagine that you just tasted something delicious. And see if you can bring that same softness to areas of your body that you know you're holding tension or stress. Our breath is long and smooth and soft as we breathe in and as we breathe out. And just for a few more breaths, or as long as feels comfortable, keeping this simple breathing exercise flowing. It's challenging to focus on your breath. Maybe explore bringing your awareness to the sounds around you. And so I just heard the sound of a rooster in the back 40. I can hear the ticking of the old clock in my living space. And maybe noticing the gentle tone of my voice and in a loving way, bring your awareness back to your breath. Our old friend, our breath. Wherever you are in your breath cycle, allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm. Your natural rhythm. Maybe observing the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. Drop your chin towards your chest and gradually blink your eyes open. And so we are falling awake, not asleep. Falling awake, not asleep. So notice if you felt a subtle shift in your energy. And so when we practice these simple breathing exercises, in a way it acts like a bridge between our body and our mind. And so when you're ready, bring your hands together, rub your hands vigorously. And so if you have a yoga buddy that is accompanying you today, maybe they can do this with you. So it's a lovely practice for partner work. So rub your hands vigorously, energize your hands, warm up your hands. And then an invitation to just bring your hands a few inches apart and maybe noticing some warmth between your hands. And then rub your hands vigorously again. And as you're rubbing your hands together, notice where your body's talking to, some place that maybe needs a little extra love and attention. And so if you have a yoga buddy, you can maybe let your buddy know where you're feeling a little like tension or stress. And then an invitation to take some of that loving energy from your hands and place your hands there. Open to receive. And then when you're ready, bring your hands together again, rub your hands vigorously, energize your hands, warm up your hands. And think of a new place and take your hands there. Our hands are connected not only to our mind, but to our heart as well. And release. And so from here, let's come into a gentle warm up for our neck. And so as ready, bring your chin towards your chest. And then lift your head up. So gentle movement, maybe your eyes meet where the ceiling meets the wall. And bring your chin towards your chest. On inhale, lifting your head gently, looking up. Drop your chin towards your chest. And bring your head back to neutral. Turn your gaze looking past your shoulder. Pause and then visualize moving your chin up and down slightly. Imagination is powerful. Move your head back through center. Turn your gaze looking past your opposite shoulder. Pause. Visualize moving your chin up and down slightly. As ready, bring your head back to neutral. Drop your ear towards your shoulder. If it's available to you and you would like, release your opposite arm by your side, pushing through the palm of your hand, reach your arm up to the sky. So lifting up as high as feels comfortable for you. Slowly float your arm down, bring your head back to neutral. Palm face up at the heart. So this movement is called nerve flossing, a nerves-like movement. So 2 more times, same side. Drop your ear towards your shoulder. Release your opposite arm by your side, pushing through the palm of your hand. Reach your arm up to the sky. And so if you have a yoga buddy that can help guide the movements, that can be lovely. So not doing the work for you, but acting as a guide. Then slowly float your arm down, head comes back to neutral, palm face up at the heart. So one more time, same side, drop your ear towards your shoulder, release your opposite arm by your side, pushing through the palm of your hand, reach your arm up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. Head comes back to neutral, palm face up at the heart. Relax both arms down by your side. Rest your hands on your knees or your thighs, and we'll begin the movement on the other side. So it's ready. Drop your ear towards your shoulder, pushing through the palm of your hand. Reach your arm up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. Head comes back to neutral. Palm face up at the heart. 2 more times. Drop your ear towards your shoulder. Release your opposite arm by your side, pushing through the palm of your hand. Reach your arm up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. Head comes back to neutral. Palm face up at the heart. Drop your ear towards your shoulder. Release your opposite arm by your side, pushing through the palm of your hand. Reach your arm up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. Head comes back to neutral. Palm face up at the heart. And release. Relax both arms down by your side. Then rest your hands on your thighs or your knees. And we'll come into a practice called cat and cow. So as you're ready, drawing your hands towards your hip creases, lift your sternum. We'll lift your heart, shoulders back and down. Arch your spine, so your spine looks like a smile. And then round your back, slide your hands towards your knees as you round your back, draw your belly in towards your spine. On inhale, drawing your hands towards your hip creases, arch your back. On exhale, round your back. As you round your back, draw your belly in towards your spine. And slowly come on back to a neutral spine. So when you're ready, release your arms down by your sides. And then moving from side to side. So reach one hand towards the floor and then alternating from side to side. And maybe holding on to the side of the chair if that feels more supportive. And it's ready, come on back to neutral spine. Rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. And let's come into a gentle twist. So slide one hand towards your hip as the other moves away. So gently twisting from side to side. We notice that our head naturally wants to move in the same direction that we are twisting. So we're not coming into our full range of motion. These are gentle movements. And then as ready, come back to a neutral spine. Draw your hands in towards your hip creases. As you do, begin to turn your gaze up towards the ceiling. Maybe your eyes meet where the ceiling meets the wall. Be careful not to throw your head back. So you'll know your head's back too far if it's difficult to swallow. And we'll stay here for a few breaths, or as long as feels comfortable. And when you're ready, come on back to neutral spine. So draw your hands in towards your hip creases. On an inhale, create space between each one of your vertebrae. And then hinging from the hips, come forward a little. Tuck your chin in slightly to release your neck. And then rock back. So it might be that you are visualizing the movement. So feel as though you're doing the movement. Come forward and rock back up. Hinging from the hips, come forward with a flat back. And rock back. And so here, let's get into warm up for lower back and your hips. So again, hands are in your hip creases. Might want to bring your feet, if it's available to you, a little wider than out of the bone distance. And so moving from our hips, circle forward. And then circle back. So pressing your lower back towards the back of the chair. And so moving with your breath, so your movements might be smaller, larger than mine. So move in your own time and rhythm. And so as you begin to feel your hips and your lower back soften and release, see if you can go a little bit deeper. So you bring your shoulders towards your knees. Of course, you're not going to want to come all the way down. And then slowly reverse the direction. And then come back to stillness. Relax your arms by your side. Rest your hands on your thighs or your knees. Toe heel back in so your knees are tracking over your ankles. And let your belly soften. Your breath is quiet. So roll your shoulders back and down. Soft, organic movements, nothing rigid. And then reverse the direction. And then maybe alternate from side to side. So one shoulder moves forward as the other moves back. And then reverse the direction. And then it's ready. Rest your hands on your thighs or your knees. And from here, we'll imagine that we're playing piano. So you might tap your fingers, moving from your pinky to your thumb. And then a little brain game, reverse the direction. Then air piano. Circle your wrists in one direction. And circle your wrists in the opposite direction. So you might notice if one wrist is tighter, we tend to be tighter on one side. And then when you're ready, interlace your fingers and then imagine you're drawing the infinity symbol. And so when we move with our breath, magical things happen. And then reverse the direction. And release. So release your arms, relax your arms, stand by your side, turn your palms face forward, bend your elbows, palms face away, and release. We'll do this a few more times. Palms face forward, bend your elbows, palms face away, and release. One more time. Arms by your side, turn your palms face forward, bend your elbows, palms face away. And so now I'd like to invite you to stretch your palms. And then make soft fists, draw your hands back. Stretch your palms, soft fists, and draw your hands back. So you might feel your shoulder blades moving towards each other. Stretch your palms, soft fists, draw your arms back. And so let's go for a swim. So reaching your arms up, however high feels comfortable for you. I don't know if we have any swimmers here today. And then backstroke. And then breaststroke. Whoosh. Whoosh. Side stroke. And other side. And my new favorite, butterfly. Whoosh. Whoosh. Okay. And come back to stillness. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And soft Buddha belly, quiet breath. And so let's start to come into the movements of the spine. And so an invitation to take hold of the underside of your chair. Release your opposite arm by your side, turn your palm face up, soft bend in your elbow, take your arm up into a gold pose. If you have shoulder stuff going on right now, it might feel good to place your hand on your shoulder. Might be available to you to reach up and over. So I'm going to keep my arm in gold pose today. So whatever your pose is, so come into the bend. Turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck. And then breathe into your rib cage. Can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? Slowly come out of the pose on this side. Take a moment. And we'll come into it on the other side. So take hold of the underside of your chair. If you're a wheelchair user, maybe you want to take hold of your wheel. Release your opposite arm by your side. Turn your palm face up. Take your arm up into gold pose. Maybe your hands resting on your shoulder. Maybe reaching up and over. Whatever your pose is today, come into your bend. As you do, turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck. And then breathe into your rib cage. Can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? And then slowly come out of the pose on this side. So let's come into it one more time on each side. This time I'd like you to notice if things have softened a bit, loosened up a bit. And so take hold of the underside of your chair. Release your arm by your side. Palm face up. Take your arm up into your place. Come into the bend. Turn your gaze down towards the floor. Keep your sit bone on the chair, the one you're moving away from. And come out of the pose. And we'll come into it on the other side. So as you're ready, take hold, release your opposite arm by your sides, spiral your palm open, soft, bend your elbow, come into your pose on this side. Can you feel you're creating space in your rib cage? And slowly come on out of the pose on this side. Relax both your arms down by your side. Rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. And take a moment to let your Buddha belly soften. Your breath is quiet. And so let's come into a seated twist. And so if possible, bring your feet a little wider than outer hip bone distance. Make sure your knees are tracking over your ankles. Okay to have your toes turned out a little. Then sitting up nice and tall on an inhale. Inhale, lengthen your spine, so creating space between each one of your vertebrae. And then coming into your twist on an exhale, take your hand to the outside of your knee or thigh, your other hand comes beside you or behind you. And so this might be your pose today. So if you know that to go any deeper is contraindicated, for example, if you have osteopenia, bulging discs, this is your pose today. You don't want to go any deeper than this. So yoga meets us exactly where we are. So inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, moving from the base of your spine, moving up through each one of your vertebrae, come into your twist a little deeper. And your head turns last. Slowly unwind, come back to the neutral spine, take a moment. And let's come into it on the other side. So inhale, create space between each one of your vertebrae. Exhale, coming into your twist. Eyes are closed softly, focused inward, or soften your gaze. So inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. And slowly come on back to neutral spine. So let's come into it one more time on each side. Sit up tall, breathe in, and go into your twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Slowly unwind, come back to neutral spine. Take a moment, and we'll come into it on the other side. Breathing in, lengthen the spine. Breathing out, come into your twist. Remember, our head turns last. Soft Buddha belly, quiet breath. And slowly unwind. So let's rock and roll. Inhale, reach up to the sky. On an exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, twist. One last time, reaching up to the sky and twist. And then come on back to a neutral spine. So side bends, twists are pretty intense spinal movements, so we need to realign our spine. And we can do that with the seated forward fold. And so again, if you're not doing the movement today, I'd like to invite you to visualize the movement. Feel as though you're doing it. So energy goes where thoughts go, where breath goes. And so if you know that balance is a challenge for you, make sure that you have what you need, whatever device to keep you stable in your chair. And so let's take hold of the underside of the chair, wherever feels like a good place to you. And sitting up nice and tall, hinging from the hips, come forward with a flat back. And so let your head hang slightly to release your neck. And then breathe into your lower back. Can you imagine bringing your lungs into your lower back? As you're ready, press down through your inner heels. Place one hand on each near thigh. So it might be an energetic pressing down, and walk yourself back up. So I'd like to share a breathing exercise with you called lion's breath. And so when we inhale through our nose, it acts like a filter. When we exhale through our mouth, we're helping to get rid of toxins. And so lion's breath is an inhale through our nose. And on the exhale, so you have feline pause, the tongue comes out on our chin and we look up. And so we'll give this a go. So sitting comfortably, effortlessly upright, inhale through your nose. And then exhale. So tongue comes out on your chin and your eyes look up. So we'll do this 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. With your pause. Exhale. And release. All right. So from here, we're all warmed up, energized. We're going to come into a practice called sun salutations. So sun salutations are heating and strengthening. So make sure that your feet are placed evenly on the floor on your footrest. Your sits bones are sharp on the chair. Spine is long, shoulders back and down. Lift up through the crown of your head. And then when you're ready, take your arms into mountain pose. Turn your palms face up. Take your hands to your heart center. So it might be open palm or palms together. Reach up to the sky. Hinging from the hips, come forward. Take hold of the underside of your chair. Pressing down through your inner heels, let's come into downward facing dog. So your arms reach up towards where the wall meets the ceiling, or as high as feels comfortable for you. Place your hands on your knees or your thighs, bring your chin towards your chest. And then lift your heart center, lift up through the crown of your head, baby Cobra. When you're ready, round your back. As you round your back, draw your navel in towards your spine. So cat and cow. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round. Come back to neutral spine. Release your arms by your side. Turn your palms face up. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach up to the sky. Hinging from the hips, come forward. Take hold of the underside of your chair. Pressing down through your inner heels, reach your arms up so your hands reach towards where the wall meets the ceiling. Place your hands on your thighs, your knees. Let your chin drop towards your chest. Lift your heart center, lift up through the crown of your head, baby Cobra. Round your back. As you round your back, draw your belly in towards your spine. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round your back. As you round your back, draw your navel in towards your spine. Come back to a neutral spine. Release your arms by your side. Turn your palms face up. And this time, take your arms up. Maybe the hands come together in prayer pose down through to the heart. And so shall we do one more round? Okay. So arms by your side, mountain pose. Bring your palms face up. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach up to the sky. Hinging from the hips, come forward. Taking hold of the underside of your chair. Tuck your chin in slightly. And pressing down through your inner heels, reach your arms up into downward facing dog. Place your hands on your knees, your thighs, let your chin drop towards your chest. Lift your heart center, lift up through the crown of your head. Baby Cobra. Round your back. As you round your back, coming into cat and cow, draw your navel in towards your spine. On inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round your back. As you round your back, draw your navel in towards your spine. And slowly come on back to neutral spine. Release your arms by your side, palms face out. Take your arms up to the sky. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through the heart. Place one hand on your Buddha belly, the other on your heart center. And maybe noticing the rise and fall of your chest and your back. Oh. And so, come on, seated comfortably back in your chair. And so I'd like to share a few breathing exercises with you. And from there, we'll transition into guided meditation and your final relaxation. And so this first breathing exercise is called alternate nostril breathing. Some of you may be familiar with. And so it's just what it sounds like, breathing in, alternating from nostril to nostril. And so sitting comfortably, invitation to take your hand up to your right nostril and using your thumb, block off your right nostril, inhale through your left. Lower your arm and then exhale. Take your left hand up to your left nostril, block it off gently, inhale through your right. Release your arm and then exhale. Take your hand up to your right nostril, gently block it off, inhale left. Release your arm down, exhale. And so an invitation to continue this gentle breathing exercise in your own time and rhythm. And so now I'd like to invite you, when you inhale into the opposite side of your brain. And when you're ready, let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And maybe noticing if you felt a subtle shift in your energy. And so from here, an invitation to join me in a practice called Bumble Bee Breath. So Brahmari. And it sounds a little bit like a bumblebee. And when we do it together, when we can hear each other, it sounds a little bit like a beehive. So essentially, bumblebee breath is an inhale through your nose unless you're congested. And then on the exhale, making a humming sound. And so it's not a big, meant to be a big sound externally. It's more about the vibration. So I'd like to invite you to notice as you're practicing Bumble Bee Breath to notice if you feel a vibration in your body and in the space around you. And so we'll begin together and then in your own time and rhythm. So we'll inhale through the nose. Exhale. Allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm. Maybe noticing the rise and fall of your chest or your belly. And then when you're ready, come on back seated comfortably in preparation for a short guided relaxation. And so make sure that you are warm enough. I think I'm going to turn the lights down a little bit for this piece. And so if you happen to have a blanket, a cushion, a pillow, that can feel lovely resting on your thighs. So that can encourage a grounding sensation. I've heard tell that it can help with fatigue. And so of course doesn't work for everyone. So whatever feels comfortable for you. And then an invitation to explore a hand gesture with me called the Mudra, hand gesture of calm abiding. And so hand gestures are created to help us focus our minds. The sounding helps lengthen our breath, which is calming. And so the Mudra of calm abiding is simply palms face down on your lap. You can draw your hands in towards your hip creases. And today an invitation to gaze softly or close your eyes, whichever feels comfortable for you. And so we can think of when we bring our hands into the mudra, we think of it as connecting with our higher self or higher power. Feel free to adjust your lighting if you like. And so look down and into your heart, see what you can see. And then imagine that you're breathing into your heart. So breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment for me. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. We'll sit and breathe together for a few moments with a gentle reminder. breathing. Into whatever comfortable seated position you'd like for your final relaxation. And so again, making sure that you're warm enough. Roll your shoulders back and down just a few times. So we're not scrunching our shoulder blades together. We're allowing our shoulders to soften away from our ears. If you have the ability to recline in your chair and you would like to, feel free. Making sure your head and neck is supported. Close your eyes softly or soften your gaze. If you're wearing eyeglasses, you might want to remove your glasses. Soft Buddha belly, the area between our navel and our pubic bone. Soft palms, quiet breath. Allow your breath to reflect the pose. Relax your jaw and clench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Wide forehead. Silently, if you like, on inhale, saying let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. It's challenging to quiet the mind. Bring a gentle awareness to your breath. You placing your hands on your Buddha belly. This can help quiet the mind. So without changing anything, bring your awareness back to your breath. Thank your body again. And so our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. And now see if you can begin to deepen your inhale and lengthen your exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes, hands and feet, waking up. Rub the tips of your fingers with your thumbs if you like, and come on up seated comfortably to finish your yoga practice. And so notice how you feel before and after your yoga practice. So I'd like to end with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And so Shanti is a Sanskrit word for peace. And so if you'd like to join me in this, we'll do chant the Sanskrit and then the English version. And so it's peace, first of all, for ourselves, and then for our loved ones, friends, and then more out to the community and globally, if you'd like. And so maybe, of course, a prayer for Ukraine. So, Om Shanti,
Shanti,
Shanti.
Shanti.
Om peace, peace. And so, yeah, happy to hang out for a little bit after the class. So open to questions or feedback. And I'm gonna come in a little closer so that I can see you. And
Great class. Sorry, I was so distracted with Bambi, but I like listening to your voice.
who's Bambi? Do you have a dog there? Are you dog sitting?
Yeah, just dog sitting for a couple nights.
Oh, nice.
Y'all have a good day now.
Thanks, Mark, for helping me get connected.
No worries. Okay, bye.
Bobbie, for some reason I had difficulty getting connected today because when I go to my meetings, I have Bobbie's yoga class and there's a drop down. And gee, I even re-registered with ConnectTogether, but I'm looking for Marnie's text. Just want to make sure, because I'm getting used to getting the email like a half an hour before. So, and it's saved in my calendar. So I'm just trying to open my calendar to make sure the Disability Foundation, if they're there, if I have the right, well, anyways, I have the right one now because Marnie gave it to me. But for some reason, sorry, I'm just trying to get into my phone to find out because I don't want to lose you. Yeah, I had before 8544676659. So I guess it changed.
Not. So I'm just thinking, Kassar, my lovely tech host, is here. Maybe he can speak to that. You're welcome, Fiora. Thank you for joining us.
Kim, when you joined, like, did you use the email that you got today?
Come here.
No, I didn't. That's the thing. I didn't get an email today.
You didn't get it because I send it every week, like on Wednesday.
I know you do. And so I was just getting used to that, to be quite honest. But for some, yeah. Let me see. It's 11. You sent it at 11:02 a.m. correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried to join the webinar. I tried all of that, but
They didn't work.
I don't know what happened, but next time, at least I have the proper ID now. So it's now I'll replace it in my drop down. But yeah, I tried quite a few things. I even tried to copy the link and put it in my browser. But anyways, it's up to date. So I don't know what happened today, but I do have the link.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. And thank you, Bobbie, and nice to see all of you.
Thanks. Nice to see you, Kim.
And
so
thank
ignore
you.
my emails, you guys, because I asked all of you for the link because I was having trouble. So nice to see all of you. Sorry, I've been away because I was black and blue for about a week with my oral surgery. Yeah. So I know you can relate, Bobbie.
Yeah, you look so much better today. I'm so glad. Oh my goodness.
It's been
why were you black and blue?
I went to get a dental implant, and I mean everything I read said painless, relative, but it wasn't. I was literally black and blue. I had 2 black eyes and lots of bleeding. I guess my situation was a little different, but it's the front tooth. So I guess when he said the needle's going to feel like it's going right up your nose, that might have, but it's not. That might have been my first clue. But anyway, dental implants are not painless.
Good thing it's okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's inconsequential compared to what other people are going through in other parts of the world. So
Right.
Sending lots of love and peace to them.
Mhm.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you, Bobbie.
Thank you,
I-
Bobbie.
Your Disability
Yeah,
Foundation.
Alex, good to see you.
You
So,
too.
Mary,
Yes,
if you ever want to join, I have 2 private classes that I teach. If you ever want to join, and they're pretty much the same folks. On Friday at noon, if that interests you at all.
so, how do I get the link for those?
If you just send me your email, I can, I'll send you an invite on just before the class. I usually send out an invite with the link.
And how do I send you the email?
So can you, I'll see if I can do this. I'm still a novice. I'm gonna see if I can type in my email address into the chat. Let's see how this
Okay.
goes.
Okay. I try when I miss them, I try to do the YouTube, but
Oh,
it's
nice.
not, I just find it's just not the same. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know quite what the difference is, but I miss Sheila. I miss the other people.
yeah, it's more fun to do it with others. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna see if I can do this here. So I'm gonna type in my email address. Thanks, Kosar, for hanging in there.
No problem.
Yeah, I missed you last week there, Mary.
Oh, I haven't been for a while.
Oh,
Or
it's
I,
a bit,
well, I miss a lot anyway.
oh, yeah, I have no sense of time. So it's Bobbie at yogabilityinternational.com. So let's see if that comes up when I do that.
Okay, so Bobbie
Yeah,
at
yeah. So it's in the chat there now, I think.
yeah, Bobbie at Yogability.
Yeah. International.com.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I'd love for you to join us on Fridays if you're up for it. And it's another, the class is at noon as well.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm
thanks.
Are you a local yokel? Do you live in Vancouver or
I am in Vancouver.
Vancouver? Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Mary, we'll see you again soon.
Okay, thanks.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Kosar.
Okay,
So
bye-bye.
I don't know
See you next
what
week.
app.
Beg your pardon?
I'm not sure what app with people having difficulty signing in, but
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to check because the same link goes to everybody.
right.
So
Yeah, and actually, Kim is quite adept with the online stuff. She teaches herself, I think. So anyway,
yeah,
technology.
maybe on ConnecTogether they changed something from because yeah, there might be one thing we changed office, so maybe
Yeah, I
something
saw
changed
that.
because of that. Because the Tetra Foundation they've changed the office, a new address, so they just changed it yesterday.
Mm,
Maybe that might have changed something. I don't know.
right. Okay.
But we'll
Well,
see. If the problem continues, I'll ask somebody to look
right.
into it.
Okay. Awesome. Well, we had a lovely class today, so
Yeah.
I didn't expect the tears. So, oh my goodness. Anyway,
Okay.
thank you, Kosar. You're awesome.
No problem.
I'll see you
Thank you.
next